Hey, it's me, Corey, and I'm here to show you how to play the hit song off of Netflix's new movie, Metal Lords, Machinery
of Torment.
Hey, you got that big Battle of the Bands or talent show coming up? You're really going to want to rock this one. I'm going to show you how to play the riffs in the song as best as I can. I'm trying to pick it out by ear. So we're in standard tuning for the electric guitar, and we're going to start on the E power chord on the A string, so fret 7, 9, 9. Or you can even just do like the two notes, 7 and 9, on the A and the D strings. We're going to start on that power chord, and then we're going to move up to the 10th fret, frets 10 and 12 on the A and D strings, and down to the 5th and 7th frets on the A and D strings, and back to that E power chord on the 7th and 9th frets. So, and it sounds like on the movie that they're then going down to the low E string, playing that power chord on the open E string, and then the 2nd fret on the A string as well. And then still returning back to the A string for those power chords on the 10th and 12th frets, down to the 5th and 7th frets, and back to that E power chord. But, you know, you really can't go wrong with it. So you got the intro there. Do that a couple times through, and then we get the cello kicks in, and then after that we get this really cool triplet run that, you know, takes everyone by surprise. That's going to be on the E string on the 3rd fret, so frets 3, 5, 7 on that low E string, and then we're going to go up to the A string, same frets, 3, 5, 7. Then we're going to repeat that. Then we're going to move up an octave to the D string on frets 5, 7, 9. And then up to the G string, frets 5, 7, 9. And then back to the D string, frets 5, 7, 9. And then we're going to land on that 5th fret on the A string to resolve. So all together it should sound like And then, you know, running through that should bring you right into the verse riff. So let's take a look at the verse. So for the verse riff, we still got that open E string, and we're going to be going on the A string from the power chord on the 5th and 7th frets up to the 7th and 9th frets. So, and then we're gonna get back down to that 5th and 7th frets on the A and the D string, and we're gonna stay there. So, and chugging on that low E the entire time. And then we're going to end it by going down to the 5th and 7th frets on the E string and down to the 3rd and 5th frets on the E string. So, and the second time we do it, we're going to chug on that open E string. We're going to do those power chords on the 5th and 7th frets on the A string. And then we're going to go down to the E string frets 5 to 6 as a power chord, so get the pinky where it's got to be. So 5 to 6, and then down to the 3rd fret, to the 5th fret, to the 3rd fret. So just a little chug in between. Playing the verse, and then you got to start doing the vocals for it too. You know, you got to wow them. And hey, that's going to bring us to the chorus riff, and this is a real fun one. So we're going to be staying with our favorite power chords for the song. We got the open E string, we're chugging it. And then we got the 5th and the 7th frets on the A and the D string, and the 7th and the 9th frets on the A and the D string. So just like that for the majority of it. Then we got a nice little pentatonic run. It's going to start on the 7th fret on the D string and go 7-5 on the D string. And then down to the A string on the 7th fret, back up to the 5th fret on the D string, back to the A string on the 7th fret, to the 5th fret on the A string, to the 7th fret on the A string, to the 5th fret on the A string, down to the low E string on the 7th fret, and then low E on the 3rd fret. So slow, it's going to sound like... And all together. I think that's the best place to play it. You know, you could move that shape somewhere else if it's more comfortable. Like you could play it on the 2nd fret here, on the G string starting it. Makes it a bit easier to grab that 3rd fret, but I think it's an easier shape if you play it on the 7th and the 5th frets starting on that D string. You just gotta woodshed it and get it so it's nice and choppy. Nice. And hey, that brings us to the guitar solo, which is, you know, it's no joke. It's a real nice guitar solo that they have in this track. And I really like the way it sounds. It has a really cool raw guitar sound to it. Sounds like we got some delay on it. Might even be double tracked. And it's definitely got a human element to it, which I really like in the guitar solo. And there's a lot of parts in it that sound kind of ad-libbed, and I'm going to do my best to show you the majority of it, but, you know, you might have a better ear than I do if you can pick out something that I'm, you know, missing or overlooking. Let me know in the comments. But here's what I got for the guitar solo. We're going to start with a lot of tremolo picking and sliding, and it's going to be on the 12th fret here on the high E. So then we're going to go up to the 14th fret on the high E to the 15th fret on the high E. So, and then back to that 14th fret, to the 15th fret, to the 17th fret, and then back to the 15th fret, and then to the 17th fret, and then you can slide up to the 19th fret with a bit of vibrato. So all together. And that last note, it really sounds like it's being bent. So instead of going to that 19th fret, you might want to just go to the fret before it and bend to it to get that real, you know, nice
bendy sound.
So in that first part all together again. And now the next part is a really cool pentatonic box shape. And it sounds like we're here on the 15th fret and the 12th fret on the high E string, and then the 15th fret and the 12th fret on the B string as well. And it sounds like this kind of pattern. So 15 to 12 on the high E, to the 15th fret on the B, back to the 12th fret on the high E, to the 15th on the B, to the 12th fret on the B. So I'm just sort of, you know, cycling that pattern for a bit. And it does that for a while, and then afterwards there's this bluesy sort of ad-lib part. It sounds like it's being ad-libbed, you know, as if whoever's recording it in the studio is just, you know, going crazy and having a fun time. You know, I wasn't able to really pick out exactly what was being played. Sounds very improvised to me, and I would say it's not really an essential motif to the guitar solo. So you should just put your own flair to it and just do your own thing at that point. You know, come up with a lick that you like to fill in that space, and you know, and showboat it a bit. You know, make it your own a bit. I think that's a good thing to do with a guitar solo like this one. And after that brings us to the second motif. So that section ends with some, you know, bluesy licks that, you know, just sort of fill it in with your own ad-lib playing, I think is fine. And it ends with a bend on the 19th fret, or at least that's the pitch. And from there, we get this really cool, really shreddy, winding lick that I really like a lot. And, you know, it's fun to play. If you can get this one up to speed, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to play it for you slow. And we have a movable shape that we're going to move on the high E and the high B strings. And it's going to start on the 19th fret on the high E, to the 17th fret on the high E, to the 15th fret on the high E, down to the B string on the 19th fret, to the 17th fret on the B string, and then back up. So we're going to do that a couple times. We're going to stop at that 17th fret, and then we're going to move that shape up. We're going to move up to the 20th fret on the high E string. We're going to go to the 20th fret, to the 19th, to the 17th on the high E, down to the 20th fret on the B, to the 19th on the B, and then back up. And again, we're going to just, you know, stop that cycle right on the 19th fret. And then we're going to slide it up again, and here we're going to slide up to the 22nd fret on the high E, do the 22nd fret to the 20th fret to the 19th fret, down to the B string to the 22nd fret to the 20th fret, and then back up. So all together. And then one more time. So that part's actually played twice as many times. So slowly it would sound like this. And it's going to end with a bend from the 17th fret up to that pitch at the 19th fret, so a whole step bend. Which you got a lot of bends in this solo, which is really nice. And there's like some bluesy ad-libbing there as well. And that brings us to the tapping section. And I can't really fully tell what's happening in the tapping section. Really sounds like there's a heavy delay and maybe double-tracked guitars as well. A lot's going on there. But what it sounds like to me is tapping on the B string on the 12th, 15th, and 19th frets. So tapping on the 19th, releasing to the 15th, and then pulling off to the 12th. And then moving that up to tapping on the 20th fret, releasing to the 17th, and pulling off to the 15th. And then the last tapping section, I can't really hear exactly what it is, but it sounds to me like it's on the high E string, tapping on the 19th fret, releasing to the 17th, pulling off to the 15th. So that tapping part all together. Ends on that bend, and it's a bend on the 15th fret on the high E, bending it up to that pitch at the 17th fret. And then right after that, it ends with a nice dive bomb. Now, I don't have a Floyd Rose on this guitar, but, you know, you could just, like, do a pick slide down, or you could just, you know, hit the tremolo arm and and really, drop that pitch, just some cool end to it, just something cool for the end of the solo. Hey, I hope that helped you. I hope you're out there shredding. If you end up doing a cover of this song and uploading it, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to check it out. I'd love to see what you're doing with it. And let me know if this was helpful or harmful to you. But otherwise, I hope you're having a great day out there, and keep shredding, and keep watching Netflix. It's the right thing to do on the weekends.